What's going on, everyone? Trev Wilson here. Welcome back to the Bourbon Wrench. Today, we got another bourbon battle, okay? It's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch Battle. We got 4 Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs, different batches. We're gonna see which batch is the best, according to my palate. A few weeks back, patron supporter of mine, good friend, Colin Murray Bain, sent me a box of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof samples. We did all of those in a live stream. We just drank through them, nosed them, saw which one was my favorite. At the same time, I got another box from another friend of mine, patron supporter, Ed Cummings. In the box, 4 more Elijah Craig Barrel Proof samples. I figured, hey, I already did this live stream, let's make a video on these 4. Any excuse to drink Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, I'm gonna take it. So Ed sent over some rules. He says, Trev, rank from favorite to least favorite, nosing rank, palate rank. So we're just gonna see which one I think smells the best and which one tastes the best. Enjoy, brother. Thank you for what you do. I'll be drinking with you. Your brother in arms, Ed. P.S. Get schlammered. Ed, again, thank you for these samples. Thank you for your service. In fact, today's video is dedicated to all of my brother and sisters in arms. I dug out my old 2nd Cavalry Regiment t-shirt. Go War Eagles! Today's video is dedicated to all of you. I love you all. Thank you for your service. Everyone who's still actively serving, keep on fighting the good fight. Bourbon helps. If you're actively serving, comment below what branch you're in, what unit you're with. If you served, drop below where you served, when you served, what unit you served with. If you know anyone serving, drop below. Let's shout them out. I love all of you guys. You guys are absolute heroes to me, to so many others, so we freaking love you. All right, so we're just gonna go through these. I guess I'm gonna be ranking which one I think smells the best and which one I think tastes the best. So I have no idea what batches these are. We're just gonna go through this totally blind and I just pick which one I like the best, so. A. Okay, this is kind of a good baseline of what Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is because this smells like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That's my favorite thing about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is just that oaky, barrel-y, charred, peanutty, peanut butter, just, oh. All right, this has all of it. This is checking all the lists so far. It's doing good. Yeah, on the palate, all of that kind of translates too. I think this is just perfectly balanced from the nose to the palate. What I'm gonna do is just put that one in the middle. Once I get to B, I'm just gonna put, it's either gonna go in front of A or it's gonna go behind A. So that's just my baseline. That is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof in my mind right now. So B. The nose is pretty similar. I'm gonna go back to A and kind of figure out the nose. B smells hotter. It smells like it might be ethanol forward. So on B, I'm not getting as much as I was getting on A. It's kind of ethanol and then a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of the nuttiness kind of behind that. I think the ethanol is kind of overtaking it a little bit. It still smells really good, don't get me wrong. You know, when you're comparing 4 batches of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, you're just gonna be nitpicking, okay? Subtle differences, subtle differences. Yeah, B drinks hotter. It just drinks ethanol forward. I'm gonna put B behind A for that reason. Just the fact that it's drinking a little hotter, a little more ethanol forward. It kind of, that ethanol kind of mutes some of those flavors that I look for in Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. All right, let's get on to C. Wow, I just remembered I have to rank the nose too. Oh, shoot. All right, let's get into C. Okay, this one smells pretty similar to B, but the volume knob's turned up a little bit. Still kind of ethanol forward. I just think this has a little more traditional notes behind the ethanol, okay? It's just louder. It's just saying, hey, I'm here. So that makes me think that it has more flavor. Let's get into the palate. Yeah, again. Whoa! That one's a hot one. That one drinks really hot. It might just actually be really hot. I don't know. Some of these batches got down to 122. Some Elijah Craig batches are up to 130 something, so just crazy. That one drinks really hot though. Ethanol forward again. If I had to guess, I would say that B and C are from the same letter, if that makes sense. Like they're both A, both B, or both C. They're both the same, from the same season of their respective year. I think they're both the same letter, okay? And I say that because of how similar they are with the fact that they're just ethanol forward. They're just kind of, you know, loud, in your face, I am friggin' barrel proof, baby. Both of those just kind of scream, I'm hot. I'll be honest, I think I'm gonna put C in between B and A. So that's where I'm gonna put it. We'll get on to D. And then I'm gonna rank, you know, I'm gonna go back through and kind of smell them. I gotta grade which one I think smells the best too. So let's get on to D. Yeah, that smells really freaking good. This is kind of like the perfect balance. It's loud, in your face. Hey, I'm Elijah Craig barrel proof, but it also says, hey, I'm sweet. I got a little vanilla coming through there. I got a little bit of that peanutty, that peanut butter goodness. Yeah, this one smells the best too. I don't know what it tastes like, but this wins on the nose. This smells so friggin' good. So we'll go ahead and put D, smelling delicious. D up here, that smells the best. It wins. What's crazy is that it doesn't really smell that hot. Like, it doesn't smell like I'm smelling something 122 plus proof. Because I don't know which Elijah Craig batch this is, but it's at least 122 as the lowest and up. And it doesn't smell like that at all. B and C both smell like they're 135 plus. I mean, they're just in your face. Get out of here. That wins. D wins. D always wins because D is delicious. I know this is probably around that 130 proof range. It does not smell or drink like that. It just drinks like a lower proof, but with that same level of flavor as those really high proof bourbons, just straight from the barrel. It's full of flavor and it's not aggressive. It's not stabbing me in the face with hot irons and alcohol. B and C, really aggressive, really ethanol forward, just kind of like, hey, I'm high proof. That's what they're trying to tell you, but they're yelling it at you, okay? They are screaming in your face, I'm high proof. D says, I'm high proof, but I'm not gonna tell you that I'm high proof. I'm gonna show you with the amount of flavor that I'm gonna put on your tongue. So let's go back through. So D was the best smelling and the best tasting, so that's just locked in. I said A was the next. So I'm really, what I thought was A and B smelled the most similar. I think C was just, on the nose anyway, was kind of too much. I'm gonna say on the nose, A is second place. A compared to B, B seems a little more alcohol. It's burning your nose. It seems a little bit harsher, brighter, kind of in your face a little bit, and it overshadows, it overpowers the rest of the notes behind it. So it seems brighter is what I mean by that. A, you're getting much more of the notes. So you're getting more of that peanut butter, the cinnamon spice, and the barrel. You're getting some oak. Between B and C, honestly, just side-by-siding them right there, B's nose is better than C. So right now, looking at this, C and B are the ones that are reversed. So on the palate, I said B was last place on the palate, but it beats C on the nose. So I'm gonna have to go revisit those for science, just to see. You know, we can't leave any stone unturned. C seems a little too ethanol-y on the nose. I'm still getting some of that, you know, quintessential Elijah Craig barrel proof. C on the nose, not as much. There's B, fresh in my mind, straight into C. I think I'm gonna have to change my answers. And by I think, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do it. C is just so hot. It drinks so hot. Don't get me wrong, I love high proof bourbons. But when you drink B and then drink C, It's like C's trying to hurt me. It's just trying to burn my mouth. It's trying to burn my tongue off. The flavors are good, don't get me wrong. It's just when you're drinking them off the heels of others, you start noticing the minute flaws. That's what we're going for. That's its flaw. It's a little bit too harsh. It's a bit too hard compared to these other ones. They seem more balanced, more kind of cool and collective. So my answers are the same for the palate and the nose. That being said, let's just find out what the heck these are. I mean, it's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. They're all delicious, don't get me wrong. It'll just be fun seeing which one comes out on top for me, so. In last place, for both the palate and the nose, is C. C is Elijah Craig A120, 136.6 proof. I did a little cheating. I looked at all the proof, and it is the second highest proof, just by a little bit, but it is the second highest. It drank substantially hotter than the one that's higher than it. That just goes to show you it's barely off from the highest proof in this flight, and it drinks way hotter than it. It's ethanol forward. That's kind of its detriment to me. B was third place. That was the one I switched up on. So earlier you might have recalled that I said B and C were probably the same letter. B is Elijah Craig A121. So it is another A batch. And I only really guessed that was because they both were so ethanol forward, and I remember all of my A batches drinking that way. They drink so hot. The crazy thing is that B is 123.6. It is way less proof than C was, but it still drank hot. That's the lowest proof of this flight, and it drank hotter than these other two. So there's your proof. Second place was A. A was B520, 127.2. It's just, what can I say? It's good. That's exactly what I think Elijah Craig Barrel Proof tastes like. If you want to know what it tastes like, that's just quintessential Elijah Craig Barrel Proof to me. With that being said, let's find out what the heck D is. C919, 136.8. Again, I think it's just the most balanced. I think that's the highest proof out of all of these, and it did not drink anywhere near that. Again, B and C both drank harsher than D did. It gave the illusion that B was higher proof than D, and it wasn't even anywhere close. So I just think the combination of flavors makes it drink that way. C batches tend to be my favorite. You're starting to get, for whatever reason, they seem much more dense, so much more, I guess, burnt. I love that barrel char oakiness that you get on it. Lot of vanillas. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Ed, for sending me all of this Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It makes me happy. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below what your favorite batch is. I want to know what your favorite letter is. Are A batches your favorite? B batches your favorite? C batches your favorite? My personal favorite is the C batch. So let me know down below what your favorite Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batch is. If you've tried all of these batches in the flight tonight, tell me which one of them was your favorite. If you have multiple batches, again, I recommend you blind yourself. Do it. Go pour all of your Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batches and tell me which one comes out on top. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification, be notified when I go live, when I release more videos. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Trev Wilson, the Bourbon Wrench. Friggin' love you guys. See you in the next one.